My name is Alice. My husband was diagnosed with mesothelioma in January of 2011. I'm so glad that he and I made this decision to seek help from this law firm, and he wanted to make sure that I was taken care of once he passed away, and this law firm has truly taken care of me. He worked in the shipyards all the way from Mobile, Alabama, all the way to Galveston. And then he worked in some of the power plants all in the southeast. He worked for all the oil companies like Amoco, BP, Chevron, Shell. He worked and he did outages in power plants. That's basically what he did in these when he worked for these and the oil companies. And then he has worked on the barges that go up and down the Mississippi doing welding. He did a lot of manufacturers, like a paper plant or where they go in and they do the outages for those. He was all over the place. He did a few jobs overseas, but not too many. Most of them were in the United States. My husband had a good friend that had seen an advertisement of people that had mesothelioma, that they could contact this attorney's office and they would be able to help. And at that particular time, my husband was retired and he had no longer been working for a number of years, and so we were living solely on my income. And he had saved a little bit of money, but we knew that there was going to be a lot of expense ahead of us, and by no means were we going to be able to take care of all the medical expenses, because we did want to have his life extended as long as possible. And so when his friend suggested that he call this number, well, Bud called the number and he talked to several gentlemen that were with the law firm, and they said that they would come and talk with him, and then we could see if it would be, they could tell us where to go, where the best clinics are that you can get the best help. And so when one of the gentlemen came down and talked with Bud, and they talked about the clinics, there are a number of clinics in the United States that you can go to. With the help of the law firm and with the doctors, Bud was able to live 11 months after he was diagnosed. But during that time, he did have a good quality of life. Thanks to the money, we were able to use that to buy some of the latest drugs that were available that gave him a good quality of life. If we had not had the money that they had given to us, we would not have been able to buy the drugs and do some of the treatments that he did that did extend his life. He wanted me to have a good quality of life once he did pass away. And we were able to keep, like our vehicles, and we had a home, and we were able to keep that thanks to the law firm. And if it had not been for them, I would be very much in debt now at this time. And I have been able to have a very good quality of life thanks to the law firm. They've been very good to me. They've helped me. They've called me. They've checked on me. And it has been very good. I would recommend them to anyone because they've been very good to me during this time since Bud has passed away. I really appreciate everything that they did for me. And I would advise anyone that is in this situation, there is help available. Thanks to law firms like this, they help you, and if you think you have it, I would suggest that you contact someone. They have all kinds of clinics, like I said, all over the United States, and you can go and they can help you and set you up with these clinics and help you in any way they can. And I really, really appreciate it so much. They've been very good to me, like I said. and I would recommend it to anyone.